まだ終わんねえぞ。
まだまだ強くなるぞ、孫悟空。
What's going on, Dragon Ball Legends fans? I have a video here for you today that should be really helpful for some people just starting out the game. Now, let's say you notice that Legends is in its second anniversary and you decided to pick it up, or maybe you're a little bit older of a player, but there's still some things about the game that you're a little confused about. I'm here to help you solve those issues. Now, first of all, you got adventures right here. Those will allow you to get things that you need, such as things that will allow you to upgrade your characters, and I do suggest auto-selecting, but then what I usually do is I'll take whichever one off that isn't the correct color and replace it with the correct color. You notice it says green and yellow up there. So you can do these adventures and you'll get the items that you need to soul boost your characters. Those are pretty helpful. It's something you should be doing every day just to get the extra boost, because you don't want to be using all of your skip tickets and energy tickets on farming because you're not doing your adventures. So absolutely take advantage of that. Next, we've got events. Now, events are super helpful. Make sure that when you're doing events, you check and see what the rewards are. Then you can prioritize which events you want to get done first. Recommended events will be all kinds of stuff. Some of them will be more challenging than others. For example, upgrade events Let's Fight will increase your friendship level, which gives you a small amount of gems when you do that for each character, and the equipment collection will allow you to grab all the equipment that you need for whatever kind of teams you're trying to make, if it's Regen, Fusion, Lineage of Evil, Hybrids, Future, Super Saiyans, whatever, God Key. And as you can see, the rewards for these are equipment items that you can equip on your characters, and you have to upgrade these with those same soul boost items that you get from adventures, so it's very important that you make sure you're doing those. Now, third, you got story. Story is the most important thing that you want to focus on. As soon as you start the game, load up story and just go. Just go, go, go. Just go as much as you can. Don't even go into your missions right here and collect your stuff. As you can see right there, it says missions. Don't even worry about it. Just keep playing the story for as long as you can, and then when you go into your missions and you collect all of your stuff, then you'll be able to have like way more gems than you expect. Plus you'll have a bunch of these soul boost panels that you've unlocked and stuff, and you'll be getting rewards for those all the time. So as you continue to level up your characters. Next is training. Training is super helpful. It allows you to level up a character that is not leveled up yet. For example, I could throw one of these guys in here, and you'll notice that you can sort here by level up here in the top, and if we look, it's around, I think it's around 3,000. If you have a character that's at around 1,400, you can go from nothing to max with them really easily. So that's a great resource to take advantage of. And you notice up here that it says that it only takes 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that's really good for this particular item. Other items you will be using, this is a lot better to use than the event where you grind XP, because you don't, like I said, if you're free to play and everything, you don't want to be wasting your energy and skip tickets on events like grinding XP. Now, you will have to do it from time to time, especially if you make videos or something like that where you have to level up a character quickly and you don't want to wait a long time to do that. Next is co-op. Co-op is really fun. It'll allow you to get items that you need. For example, you get these dual coins, which you can use in the exchange shop, which we'll go over here in a minute. You also get adventures from co-op, which will allow you to get these rising medals for Zenkai or whatever they're called, and there's some equipment in there. There's also these tickets for this particular one. It says a ticket which you can play the corresponding summon. You won't be able to use this ticket after the summon event period ends, so this will allow you to Zenkai Awaken Trunks a little bit easier, and not only that, you'll also get 10 Chrono Crystals for each time that you finish. The events can give you 500, sometimes even 1,000 Chrono Crystals if you can complete them. So once you have a really good team, then go ahead and hop in and try to complete those events. Now, you have to, when you're doing those events, you have to make sure you have Type Advantage. Type Advantage is very simple. It tells you what units are at advantage when you click on it. Let's say if I wanted to do Let's Fight, this isn't a hard event, but it tells me right here that I need a yellow unit, okay? And for example, some of these are very difficult. If you find one that you can't do, or that is just really hard to beat, For example, I've had a little bit of trouble with this one, even though I've only tried it a couple times, so I'm sure I could do it if I tried a couple more times, but I've had a little bit of trouble with it, so I tried it before I had Zamas, so now I do have Zamas, as you can see on one of my teams here, right there. He's right here, and I haven't tried it with him yet, so I'm sure it'll be much easier for me with him. Just made a couple of silly mistakes and got Rising Rushed, and they tend to guess your Rising Rush on these super difficult battles. They tend to screw you over a little bit, so be careful with those. Don't get too frustrated. You will get there eventually. Next is PvP. PvP is something that this game is made for. It's super fun. You'll have a lot of fun doing it, and you get some pretty good rewards, especially when you're first starting out the game. You're gonna need the tickets and whatnot that you'll get from missions doing these PvP, and the missions are right here, as you can see right here. That where it says 8, I have 8 missions done, is what that's telling me. So you'll get ticket spawns for the Masters Pack, which are older units, but they will be helpful if you're first starting out the game to buff up your characters that you're summoning on. Now, next is going to be the guild. Guild is something that you can join. You could join my guild if you'd like. It's my guild name is Just Saying. It's a little play on words there, and the guild code, I believe, is right here. Yes. So right here is my guild code. If you'd like to join my guild, feel free to join. Type this code in to the search for guild, and you will be able to join up on my guild. And it's beginner's welcome, so no matter who or what you are, you're free to join. Next, we have missions. Missions are a very important part, and you're going to want to make sure you do these daily missions every day. There's more than 3, but I've already collected my daily missions, so I believe there's like 7 or 8 or something along those lines. And then you're going to, there you see that there's events section here. It says win 5 times using any GT character. That's like Dragon Ball GT. So these are very easy to complete usually. Win 30 times using any GT character. Make sure you check into these. Look at that. I'm 7 of 30 right now, and I'm about to get 100 gems for free, basically, just by playing with the GT team. So make sure that you check if your characters are GT. If you don't know, it's pretty easy to tell. You just click on the character, and it'll tell you the tags in their details. Next, you got your characters. In this, you got party formation, which will allow you to change this particular team, and you can swap between teams. So this will allow you to change whatever you need to change about your team. You can auto-select your team, which is okay to do sometimes. As when you're first starting out, if you're kind of confused about what teams you should make, auto-select should be a very helpful feature. But once you get more advanced, you'll know what guys you should bring on what team based on what your particular team needs to run correctly. So these are the core units here. Oops, I took the trunks off there. These are the core units here. You can auto-select and auto-select equipment. That'll probably change my equipment around a little bit, and there you go. So the top 3 are your core units, okay? Then the bottom 3 are your bench units. You don't have to do it like that. If you want to try to trick somebody, you can mix them up, but basically the bench units want to be giving as much buffs as possible for your team, and then your core units are going to be your strongest characters. So basically your bench units are going to have a lot of stars, and as many stars as you can get, and your core units may not, if you're free to play, may not have as many stars as your bench units. So you can only bring 3 characters in, so you need to make sure that you're maximizing the ability bonus that you get, and make sure, I see a lot of people doing this, make sure that your characters all mesh together. Like this whole team is future. Every character on this is buffing each other character because they all have the same tag future, and they're all buffing the future tag. So it's very important that you do that. Like don't go throwing a Piccolo in here and oh, you notice that this Chaozu buffs everybody for some reason because he got self-explode damage, which literally no one has. So don't be doing anything like that. It's not helpful. Just put all the characters that have the same tag on the same team. Okay, now we're gonna go over to shop. Oops. We're going to go over to shop here real quick. This is where you're going to avoid if you're a free-to-play player. I don't have much to say about this. There's a couple things here and there that are worth grabbing if you feel like spending money, but honestly, the Chrono Crystals are a little bit overpriced in this game for my taste, and I've never bought anything in this game, so and I don't need to. As you can see, I have plenty of characters, plenty of everything, just by grinding the events and grinding everything that we need to do in the game. So, like I said, make sure with the events you go in and you check and you say, okay, well, can I get gems for this? Oh, I went into the wrong place. Make sure you go into the missions and then click on events here and see, like, oh, how can I get gems from this? Oh, I can get 100 gems right here. Okay, can I get gems from this? Well, oh, I can get 500 gems from this. Okay, cool, I should do that, because then I'll be at 2,000. I'll be able to do another summon video for you guys once I hit, like, 5,000 or whatever. So just make sure you're taking advantage of that and check what you should do, because if you're just grinding random events, they may not be giving you as many gems as you could be getting. These right here, these little, they're like erasers. What they do is they remove a stat for one of your, like, equipments. I'll go ahead and explain that to you. So yeah, basically you are able to re-roll stats on equipment that you got that you don't like too much. If it's got low stats, you can re-roll it trying to get a higher grade. The higher grade, the better it is. So Z is the top, as you can see. S is right below that, and then A, B, and so on. Now, the summons. This is a very, very important part of the video. You do not want to be summoning on banners that you just like, oh, I like this character, I'm going to summon him. Like this banner right here, do not summon on this banner at all. You may think, well, why? There's this good guy, there's this guy, there's so many good guys. But right now, the most important banners to summon on is this one and this one right here. They're both good. I suggest this one more than this one, simply because of the GT tag is pretty good, and they have some good characters in there. But you just want to know what you're summoning on and why you're summoning in. You don't want to summon and waste all your gems on things that are not going to help you out, like this spawn right here, for example. Yes, it says a sparking guaranteed, but that sparking could be a really old sparking that doesn't help at all. I'm looking at you, Janemba, and Vegeta right here. So you get the idea. You have to make sure you're spending your currency only on the top tier banners. So I'll go ahead and throw in a free summon here. We're trying to get this Rose. So let's see what we get. That pretty much wraps up the video. Oh, one thing I'd like to mention. When you're doing story, make sure you check the challenges. They're very easy to complete most of the time. It'll say something like, oh, Dragon Balls. It'll say something like, clear with a green character, or clear with an extreme character. Those are very easy things to complete. And you need to be doing those as much as you need to be doing those as much as you possibly can, because they are super helpful. There are some missions that'll say something like, it's impossible to do in one clear. For example, it'll say clear with only one character, and then it'll say cover change 2 times. It's up to you which one of those you want to go for. Cover changing sometimes is more annoying than clearing with a single character, so whichever one you think you can do easier is what you want to go for. So for me, I'd be like, oh, clear with one character, that's easy, I got this, so I just hop in with one character and move on. I don't suggest doing the same stage over and over again, trying to get the full star mission for it, because there's so many story missions right now. Once you've done them all, then you can go back and clear up all the gems that you missed. But make sure you're checking the challenges, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So I'm going to skip the rest of this here to go ahead and show you that. Look at who we got. I like getting new characters, so I'm not mad that we got this Super Saiyan Vegeta. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like here in story. If you go to story, you're going to want to make sure that you do all of this. As you can see, there's multiple parts that you can do, and when you do your challenges, right here, you click on this and you see it says land and attack 3 times with a yellow character. Okay, YEL is yellow, and then clear without a single casualty. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pop this in, and I will just take this guy right here, and that challenge will be completed. So basically, just make sure you check those challenges each time you're doing a stage. That way you can maximize the amount of chrono crystals you're getting, and continue to check the events so that you know how many chrono crystals you can get for doing the missions. And I already have a video on some PvP tips. If you want to check that out, go for it. If that's what you're looking for. This video doesn't really have any PvP tips, but you get the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped a little bit. And if you want me to make some more specific videos about Zenkai or anything along those lines, I can absolutely make those videos to help you out. Basically, it involves playing co-op and then upgrading their soul boost panels, and you want to start with the 3rd one and the 6th one. So it's very important that you do that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.